Transformers more than meets the eyes. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and we got another cool video for you today. We are continuing with our Studio Series 86 review of the Dinobots. And this one today is Dinobot Snarl. This is the fourth in the series. We've already reviewed Grimlock, Slag, and Sludge. And so the next one, obviously, after Snarl is going to be Swoop, who just recently got released, so we can actually review all the Dinobots. But today we are going to concentrate on Dinobot number 4. No, this is Dinobot Snarl. And Snarl is a Stegosaurus, as you can see on the cover art. Pretty cool cover art, all right? And if you watch my other videos, you can realize why I have an unboxed already Snarl is because I found them as a set, and as you know, Grimlock came out really earlier on, and I was very late to the game. I think it actually came out earlier in COVID, like 2000 or something like that. So it's extremely hard to track down a Grimlock, and when I found it as a set of 4, I just said, okay, I might as well just get the set, because I don't know when I'm going to see a Grimlock again, and so I bought the set of 4, and that's why we have some open sets here. So this is still a box set here. There's still a Snarl inside, but this is the cover box. You can see there's 31 steps. Just like all the other Dinobots, it comes with this background, and most of the Studio 86 will come with this background of the future Earth or Cybertron, I guess, depending on the scenery they're in. And so that's Snarl there, and you can see Dinobot Snarl in his dinosaur mode, as well as this robot mode, which is right over here. And just like all the other Dinobots, this is a leadership class, so it's huge compared to a normal Transformer. Most of the Transformers are a lot smaller than this Dinobot is, of course, and we'll show a size comparison later. But let's have a look at this dinosaur right here. As you can see, very highly articulated set, just like all the other Dinobots. You can pose it in any which way. The legs are very posable. You can have it in different ways. It doesn't come with as many weapons as the original G1 Transformers, and that's the same with all the other Dinobots. They're much bigger than the original G1 Transformers, and obviously much more articulate, as I mentioned. And the transformation, obviously a lot more complicated as the Transformers toy line has evolved. Obviously, this is not die-cast by any sense of imagination. It'll just I guess increase the cost way too much. And I guess with the new tab systems they have, maybe it'd be just too complicated. I'm not sure. But anyways, this is Snarl. So this I like this transfer. It looks pretty much cartoon accurate. Face shape, the mold is pretty much there. The whole body, everything is pretty darn accurate to the cartoon series and the 86 movie that if you grew up in the 80s, you must have loved. If you're watching this video, I don't know why else you'd be watching it if you grew up in the 80s, but if you just love Transformers, you are in the right video and right crew if you're watching it. So this he's comes with his monster sword here. This Dinobot does not come with any other accessories. So I think Slug came with Daniel, and Grimlock came with Wheelie, but like Sludge, this one doesn't come with anything, just his weapons. So here we are. We're going to transform it. So as I said, I just pulled off the sword. Now this is a unique transformer. We're going to pull out the other Dinobots, in that when you look at the other Dinobots, most of the heads are, like their dinosaur heads, are on this area of their body. Snarl's is the only one so far that doesn't have his head dangling outside of his robot mode. It's kind of hidden, which is kind of unique. So this is probably one of the more unique Transformers in that sort, because you don't even see his dinosaur head. So let's transform it. We're going to start with the arms. So you can see that the feet are right over here. We're going to kind of pull this leg down, and we're going to tuck in the hand there. And then we're going to kind of, there is a tab right there that this folds into right there. And that now becomes the dinosaur foot. And I cannot remember how to spin the foot or not. I'll figure that out as we go along, but we're going to figure that out. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite hand. We're going to pull this tab down, and we're going to tuck this hand in. And then again, we're going to line this thing up, and we're going to tab this slot right into here, and that will make the get one of the legs ready for the transformation. There we go. Now, let's see. The next step we're going to do is we're going to get tab in his head. We're going to pull this thing up a little bit. We're going to push down his head, and we're going to just kind of bring the tail together. All right, and we're going to come back to this thing later. This part here does lift a little bit. Okay, so that's important. And then we're going to just pull the body down a little bit. So that has a little slot that you can just pull down. And we're going to turn the body. All right, so you can see it's getting a little bit complicated. And just like most of the Dinobot feet, they're pretty complex. I don't know the engineering that went into designing these feet to be able to make these transformations, but kudos to the engineering team, because man, oh man, the amount of planning that went into this is insane. So you got to lift this tab. We got to free this thing up. This is his other foot, obviously. And we're going to just kind of free that up, and that will get tabbed over here. This thing just kind of tabs in there. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And pull this foot up, and then we're going to tab it over here. And then now we're going to kind of line up the feet and try to, there's some tabs that these things kind of lock together, because we're going to be basically tabbing this together, and then we're going to swing this whole thing up. And then we're going to, oops, I just tabbed it and untabbed it. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to try to tab this together. I'm going to pull these feet up a bit more so I can kind of slide down. Oh, the other thing we got to do is put these feet down. So we're going to get these feet under this thing here. There we go. And then we're going to push. You see there's tabs right here and here. So that's going to tab inside the chest plate. So we're going to push that together and just kind of tab them in. All right, there we go. Now, there's his head. That's kind of cool, right? His head's in his feet. So we're going to pull his head down. There's Snarl's head. And I think the mouth does move as one piece. So that's kind of cool that when you tab it together, it does move. And then we're going to plop this. Yes, we are ready to plop this thing down. Let's make sure that's tabbed right. I may have off-centered it slightly. There. Something is off a little bit, and I don't know what, because his head is not quite lining up there. Oh, there we go. Now we tabbed it down. Okay. So they are, I mean, this is very precise how they do this. Now we're going to slide in the bottom chest plate. The bottom chest plate. We're going to get these lined up as best we can. There is a tab for these to come together. And just like if you've ever transformed any of the Dinobots, you know, or yeah, they can be they're very stiff, which is nice. But that makes them a little bit finicky. And that's, though, with these newer Transformers, I find that they can be finicky. There we go. And I heard that they are releasing a Devastator for this series, so that's going to be cool. I don't know if you guys want us to review the Devastator that they released a few years ago with that Titan set, which is huge. And I don't know if they're just going to repurpose that one and make it part of this, because that's already a big Transformer. So we'll see. But I can certainly review that, and we can compare it to the size of these Dinobots and see if that's kind of a preview of what we're going to see. And yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, so there is Snarl. Now, the sword. What to do with the sword? a couple places you can put the sword if you don't want to lose it. You can see there's like these holes here. There's a hole there. So there's a hole there. So you could put the sword here, I guess. That way, if it's in Dinosaur Mode, you don't lose it. There's also a way you can tab it, these two tabs here, on the other surface here. I don't particularly like that because it looks like he's got a sword under his neck, but I like that. So I'm going to put it there. And that, my friends, is Snarl. And as far as a dino sword transformation, I think it's pretty cool. This tail is a little bit further down. I don't know why. It just, to me, it kind of looks like it's kind of flat in comparison. If you look at the cover art, you know, it's very articulate, and it folds up, and he uses it as a laser thing. Obviously, this is not designed to do that. So that, I mean, if I had one complaint, that'd be kind of that. It would be that, you know, I wish the tail was articulate because that's where he shoots. But you know, as a transformation, this looks pretty cool. Pretty, again, cartoon accurate. Very nice dinosaur mold. You know, like the shielding plates that they have there. And to me, this is a very solid dinosaur transformation, just like all the other Dinobots have been, you know. And then now that we're finishing up with the Dinobot series with Swoop next video, maybe I'll do a video with all 5 of them, and maybe I'll bring out the G1s and we can kind of compare those as well in one video. So that'd be kind of cool. So lots of opportunities. Swoop is our next one that we're going to review. And if, you know, a lot of you that are watching right now have not subscribed to our channel, so please subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,000, and when we do, we're going to get ourselves a Robosen Grimlock to pair with our Optimus Robosen. If you want to check out the video, I'll put a link there of that masterpiece of a transformer. And we're going to, yeah, we're going to get a Grimlock, and we're going to review that. So help us get to 1,000 subscribers and subscribe to the video. So second part of this video, we are going to transform this fellow back into robot form. Okay, so let's take the sword off. I'll also flip this thing over. We won't need that like that. Let's see what else we want to do first. We're going to kind of start to unlock the bottom part here. And we're going to kind of lift that part up and pull this down. All right, so, and then we're going to kind of start to kind of separate these parts here. Okay, so I'm going to flip the feet up there. All right, so there's a couple ways you can do this, but this is the way I've been doing it. So we're going to flip the feet down, and as we do that, we got to create the space for his head. We're going to flip that back up, put this back in, and tab that back down. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with you. Flop that up there, flip his head down, and flop that down there. So we got the feet kind of like back to the front part anyways, back to more or less normal. There's something in here. There we go. His head wasn't all the way in. There we go. We'll tab that in, tab that in. Okay, so now we got to get his feet back and hidden. So to do that, we are going to flip the foot up. We're going to untab it from there, line it up to there, and we're going to just basically put that back in like this. So again, we're going to do it on the same side, same thing on the other side. We're just basically going to fold the foot up, get it, get the foot lined in there. So as long as the foot's kind of covered in there, you can get the back fold back in. So you want to fold that back in, and if you can fold it back in like that, you got it pretty much right. All right, so the feet are pretty much ready. And so we're already got it a good way through. We're going to flip the torso again, and then we're going to slap that sucker back together, okay? So now we're just going to concentrate on the rest of his body. So his head, we're going to flip his head back up, and we're going to, actually, let's bring the tail apart here. Tail apart. Let's get his head up. Let's push his head back up. There's his head. Alright, cool. So you gotta slap the tails, their tab into, sorry, can you see it? We're gonna tab it into there on both sides. We're gonna tab the tail back and we'll flip that part over. And so the last part is the hands. We started with the hands, we're gonna end with the hands. So obviously now we're going to basically unhinge this part here. And we gotta flip the hands up. I'm gonna flip the hands up there. And then we can tuck the, so we got to turn the feet in and we're going to tuck them in. All right, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. We're going to flip the hand up. There we go. We're going to turn the foot around, fold that in, and then slap that sucker in there and untab that. And now we have Snarl back in his robot form. We'll pop his sword back in his hand, and there he is. So, again, that is Snarl, and let's, just like we did with the other videos, let's bring out all the Dinobots we have so far. So we have Dinobot Sludge, which is the Brontosaurus, and this is, again, we talked about the head is right here, whereas Snarl's is in his foot. And we got Slag or Slug. I don't know. I can't remember his name now. Again, his head's right there. And then we have, of course, the leader. Should probably put him in the middle. The leader of the Dinobots, Grimlock. Again, his head is right there. So three of these original Dinobots are the heads you can see. Snarl's the one you can't see. So you can see they take up, I mean, these four guys take up a lot of space on this table. So we're going to be unboxing Swoop. So Swoop is the new one, so I didn't get that in the set. So that one I will be unboxing. And I think I'm going to do that in 2 videos. I'm going to unbox it and kind of review it with the other Dinobots. And then we're going to do another one with Transformation and finish our review. And if you had watched my RC review with this one here, you can understand why, because that one gave me so much trouble transforming it for the first time out of the box. I think I'm going to practice a little bit before I transform it on screen. And there's Bumblebee, so you can get a proportion of the size of these things. This is Wheelie. Now Wheelie, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, there is a Wheelie that comes with Grimlock. This one I bought separately because when I bought the set of 4, he didn't have the Wheelie. And then of course this is Ironhide. So I'm working at my 86 collection. I don't think I'm ever going to get it 100% complete, but I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get some of them, like I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get Rodimus or Hot Rod or whatever, which one they released, because that one came out a long time ago. And unless I see it for a really good price, I'm kind of unwilling to pay, you know, $150 or $200 that people are selling it for. But, you know, I'm going to get a couple of them. I mean, Optimus Prime is coming. I think I'm going to be able to get a hold of him for sure. And Ultra Magnus, I might be able to get. I'm going to really try to get Ultra Magnus because that's not in circulation very easily right now, but I might be able to get him. And there's a number of them that are still in circulation, so we're going to eventually get as many as we can because I really like this series. I really like this series. And Transformers Hasbro has been doing great stuff with these, you know, letting nerds like me relive our childhood with these newer versions of these toys, and you know, being able to draw back to the 86 movies, which, you know, kind of coincides with the toy line we grew up, so we can get like more cartoon accurate Transformers with high articulation. Always a good thing. So again, Chucky from Collecting for Fun, please hit that subscribe button, and that way you won't miss any new upcoming Transform videos or Lego videos or any other collectible videos that we have that we're going to be showing. Yeah, please hit the subscribe button. We will see you soon. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and as always, I thank you for watching. Take care, guys.